Hello students, I'm Father Avinash, your history teacher. Today I have come with 6th standard history lesson. And the name of our lesson is Ashoka, the emperor who gave up war. If you go down to the Indian history, the Emperor Ashoka is a very famous and inspirational king. Historians say he's the greatest ruler for many reasons. Okay, let's find out why this particular emperor was called the greatest Indian ruler. Before we delve into this lesson, let us try to understand what is the difference between empire and kingdom. Now you know empire, there's no king in empire, there's emperor. Whereas in kingdom there is king who rules the kingdom. The comparatively we compare, an empire is huge. You can say that it consists of 10-15 countries, but kingdom is something very small. To protect an empire, you require a large army, about in lakhs of soldiers. But here in kingdom, a king requires maybe thousands, 10,000, 5,000, 10,000 soldiers. You require lot many officials to take taxes from different type of people in empire. But in kingdom, you require a few officials. So this is a basic difference between the empire and the emperor. I hope you have understood this very important difference. Coming to this empire was founded by the grandfather of Ashoka. And who is the grandfather of Ashoka? Chandragupta Maurya. He founded this, or he started this empire. And he had his wise man who used to give him good advice. His name was Chanakya. He was a very wise man. This information is very important and you should know all these things. Okay. The next let's study about how it is to rule an empire. It's not easy to rule an empire. It consists of 10 countries. It's not easy. So what they used to do is they had officials, appointed officials, and they used to go house to house and take taxes. Craftsmen, the traders, they used to take taxes. And king also had kept spies on them, whether they are taking the right taxes, the money, the resources, or they are putting in their pockets. So the spies also were there to look after them. Okay. Next we have as this emperors who were there is to control mostly roads and rivers. Why used to control roads and rivers? Because mostly these roads and rivers were used for transport. And transports were very important. So whatever things they used to transport, they used to capture those places. And they used to demand, if any king comes, they used to demand tributes. It's a freely given some gifts like precious stones or whatever they used to transport, they used to ask them something to give as tributes. Okay, next let's learn about the king Ashoka itself. Why this king was famous, why he's an inspirational for the whole world, not just for India, but for the whole world. It so happened, he's the first ruler who started messaging people through inscription. He sent message to inscriptions. He's the first Indian ruler would say that he started sending messages to inscriptions. Okay. Then it so happened once there was a war. He had gone to fight a war in Kalinga. Kalinga is in Orissa right now. Okay, so he had gone to fight. He almost won the battle. Okay, he was won the battle. But as he was moving about, he saw a lot of violence and bloodshed. He saw a lot of blood and violence, and he could not see the sight. And from that moment, he said, "I will never fight again." He gave up the war. He's such a king, first emperor in the world who, after conquering the area, he gave up. He gives up the battle. Okay, after winning, he gives up. That's something very inspirational from the king Ashoka. Okay. Then the another thing he started is Ashoka's Dhamma. Okay, Dhamma is something, it's not a religion, it's not something about God, it's not something about worship. Okay, It's something that, he had a lot of problems in his village, like, fights between the different religions, there were fights between the people, the animals were killed, there's a lot of problems. He wanted to solve all those problems. That's why he started his Dhamma is like, there were some people, officials who were appointed in that committee, they were there, and they were sent by the king to different places. They also went to different countries. They went to Greece, they went to Sri Lanka, Syria, to spread this message, to bring peace, saying stop wars and all these things is to spread and help the people. He even built so many temples and whatever the people wanted, he built so that there is peace is restored. What a lovely king is King Ashoka. He is a gift. Let us learn something and become better people in this society. Thank you and God bless.